From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Evening Edition.
Now at 6. Hope you enjoyed the warmer weather over the weekend because there is a cool down coming, maybe even some thunderstorms. We'll have the electrifying forecasts.
Plus, marching across the Golden Gate Bridge and calling for change to end gun violence.
No other country in the world is experiencing this. So why are we?
We do our jobs, trying to exist.
It's an art that's being banned in other parts of the country. We'll introduce you to the founder of an Asian drag troupe who is vowing to fight back. Live from the CBS studios in San Francisco, I'm Brian Hackney.
And I'm Andrea Nakano. We had a nice warm weekend around the Bay Area with some cities seeing temperatures 10 degrees above average.
Down in the South Bay, a lot of people taking advantage of the warmer weather, with folks enjoying the Rose Garden in San Jose. It was also busy out on the water at Claro Reservoir, but there is a cool down on the way. Let's get to Darren Peck with a chance of rain. Darren?
I know. It sounds crazy, and I'm going to explain what that's all about. It's a 20% chance, and there's a lot of caveats to it, but it could come as a thunderstorm tomorrow, and I want to go into all the detail on that. First, look what we did today. 90 degrees in Livermore, 64 in San Francisco. Some of these numbers, as we mentioned, 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Livermore, you were 11 degrees above that mark. Tomorrow, we're giving it all back. Everybody's going to average temperatures tomorrow and for the rest of the week. Look what's going on the other side of the state. Huge complex of thunderstorms. Here we are with our harmless marine layer. Clear skies over the Central Valley and significant thunderstorms happening in this area. That's part of the reason why we've got a chance for thunderstorms tomorrow. The other part is because perfect timing, there's an area of low pressure that's going to come out of the Pacific. Watch for a little counterclockwise spin that's going to show up here. See it? In order for us to get rain in June, you've got to have a lot of things come together just right. And the potential is there tomorrow for a lot of things to come together just right. We're going to time that out in more detail. The takeaway is 20% chance of isolated showers Monday and Tuesday. 10% chance some of that comes as thunderstorms, but there's a lot in the details to look at, and I'll have all that coming up in the complete First Alert forecast coming up in a bit. Guys, back to you.
Hope, Love, Pride. Proudly presented by Pet Food Express and Broadway San Jose.
All month long, CBS News Bay Area is celebrating Pride Month, and today in the South Bay, a large gathering to showcase some local drag performers. In this case, a drag brunch held on the first Sunday of every month in downtown San Jose, put on by Silicon Valley Pride, that attracts performers from throughout the Bay Area. And it attracts quite an audience.
Being able to take my daughter, who is in there, who loves seeing drag queens, and she thinks this is the most fun thing to do on the planet, and just expressing our love for life.
It's fantastic being able to perform for an audience that keeps coming back.
Celebration comes during a time of legislatures throughout the country touting anti-drag laws. Performers here say they treasure safe spaces like this in the Bay Area, but they know there is work to be done. Tonight, mass shootings in Monterey Park and Half Moon Bay put a spotlight on gun violence, both here and nationally. The nonprofit Gun Violence Archive says there have been at least 275 mass shootings in the U.S. this year, and we're not even halfway through the year. A recent CBS News poll shows in part that 77% of parents are at least somewhat concerned about gun violence, and that's up from 72% at the same time last year. This morning, support for stricter gun laws was shown in a demonstration at the Golden Gate Bridge, and John Ramos has that story.
The epidemic of gun violence may seem pretty hopeless at times, but there are those who have not given up hope, and their movement is marked by the color orange. The Golden Gate Bridge is San Francisco's most iconic landmark, and a group called Moms Demand Action has adopted its color as inspiration for their 10-year fight against gun violence. Hundreds of supporters gathered at the bridge for the Wear Orange March that has become an annual event.
I'm so happy that you're here, wanting to take action with us. Showing up means so much to our survivors.
It means a lot to see every single one of your guys' faces.
One of those survivors is Arthur Renowitsky. He was shot and paralyzed in a random robbery in San Francisco in 2007, and 15 years later, the bullet is still inside him.
Go to the hospital, that bullet is there. When I get a checkup, that bullet is still there. That's a constant reminder that, you know, gun violence is real every single day, and it can happen to anybody.
It happened to Susan Boley when she was just 11 years old. These days, the gunshot survivor has become an advocate for laws that limit who can purchase a firearm.
It's out of control. Mental health is an issue, and it's absolutely not the issue. It's the guns.
With that, the march across the windswept bridge began. It's probably not the kind of thing that would change the mind of a gun rights advocate, but Shel Burham says it's a show of the growing support. He says what's really changing people's minds is the carnage from the mass shootings that are happening so often all across the nation.
Oh, it's gotten way out of control, and it's hard to turn the tide, but I think if enough people kind of just start thinking about it rationally, we'll make the new laws.
Out of control. It's a common expression people use to describe the level of gun violence in America these days. Gun rights advocates say the issue is mental illness. Those who want to make guns harder to get believe if you can't control the intentions of angry people, you should at least limit their power to inflict misery on others.
Mothers Demand Action has been around for more than a decade, but this is the third year for the Wear Orange March across the Golden Gate Bridge.
In San Jose, a motorcyclist was killed this afternoon in a crash with a pickup truck. It happened around 3:30 near the intersection of Golden Wheel Park Drive and Old Oakland Road. San Jose police are asking people to avoid the area as they investigate. Another stabbing in San Jose as a community continues to mourn those lost in Thursday's deadly rampage. Police say a man died after being stabbed early this morning. A woman is now in custody in this case. It happened on Shawn Drive near John Muir Middle School. The man was taken to the hospital but died from his injuries. Police have not released information on the victim or the suspect. Police are still looking into why a South Bay man went on a deadly rampage on Thursday.
I want to know what he was thinking. That's what I want to know. I want to know what he was thinking when he drives up in a driveway and just mows people down. That's crazy. Like, that's just like, and then when they arrested him, he was like no remorse at all. Just, you could tell on his face like he didn't care what he did.
Police say 31-year-old Kevin Pacorana stabbed multiple victims and intentionally ran into pedestrians in 4 different locations. Officers were able to arrest him in Milpitas.
The annual Sunday Streets event took place in San Francisco's Tenderloin district. Families and community members got a chance to enjoy a carefree open space along Golden Gate Avenue. A lot of people felt safe to come out to enjoy the day despite the challenges of the neighborhood.
Last week, Mayor London Breed introduced her $14 billion budget for the next 2 years. The proposal includes more money to hire police officers and crack down on open-air drug dealing in places like the Tenderloin. In San Francisco, the Cow Hollow district officially kicked off summer with the Union Street Festival. It's a family-friendly event with many activities, including the famous Waiters Race. Teams of 3 race up and down the street with a serving tray and a drink. This year, the team that won, they were wearing bananas. And they got the...
Really talk about our strategy. I was going first, Chris second, Luke the caboose at third. Solid team chemistry.
That is very important. Now, this event started as a space for local artists to gather in 1976.
Now at 6:30, California leaders say they will investigate the transportation of a group of migrants who were picked up in El Paso, Texas, and dropped off in Sacramento. 16 migrants say that 2 people approached them in El Paso, promising them jobs and shelter if they were willing to travel.
They then boarded a bus to New Mexico and later were flown to Sacramento. The asylum seekers have court dates coming up in different parts of the country, and the relocation to Sacramento may disrupt those plans.
While we are happy to receive them and welcome them and want to give them whatever support they need, they will be in trouble if they don't show up at the court hearing that's been scheduled for them.
State Attorney General Rob Bonta said in a statement, quote, "We are investigating the circumstances by which these individuals were brought to California. We are also evaluating potential criminal or civil action against those who transported or arranged for the transport of these vulnerable immigrants."
Down in San Diego, the San Ysidro port of entry is the busiest border crossing in the U.S. This is what it looked like last month, the day after Title 42 expired. There's also a big spike in the number of migrants seeking asylum. That number has since dropped. But what happens to a family after being processed at the border? One family that arrived here recently in the Bay Area from Latin America shared their story with Jocelyn Moran.
Paola and her family were released from a processing center with a court date in California. They landed at San Jose Maneta International Airport late at night, uncertain where to go next.
Yo aproximadamente eran las 5 de la mañana y yo ver a mis hijos en las sillas tratando de descansar y se me venía la imagen de que en el hogar que nosotros construimos tenía sus camas, tenía sus cosas, y yo al verlos así, yo empecé a orar.
They had a home in Latin America. As her kids slept, she couldn't help but think of what they had left behind. She and her family were now in an unfamiliar place. They didn't know anyone here.
Y le decía al Señor, Señor, si nos tienes acá es con un propósito, ¿sí? Y guíame, guíame. Envíame un ángel para que nos guíe. Yo quiero que mis hijos tengan un lugar, no importa, pero un lugar que pueda descansar al menos por un día. Y Dios no solamente me envió uno, me envió muchos.
She tells me those angels were people who worked at the airport. They gave them food and suitcases and connected them to Amigos de Guadalupe, a nonprofit in San Jose helping families who just got here. In just the last couple of weeks, Jeremy Barus with the nonprofit tells us they've had several families seek out their help.
Hola, ¿cómo estamos?
When they connect with a family, they give them a hotel room for 7 days. Paola and her family let us into where they're staying. Here, it's been a couple of days since they arrived. Paola has just gotten up. She and her husband, Oscar, get breakfast ready for their kids with the food that has been donated to them. Putting chicken into the microwave and serving it on what they have.
¿Y cómo te llamas usted? Joel.
Joel is the youngest. He likes to watch movies.
Los Minions. Ah, Minions are his favorite movie.
Paola hopes he can go to school here. Her kids gather around her as she starts their morning prayer, holding on to Joel's hand. They're starting all over here, but she and her husband tell me they had to leave.
Muchas amenazas en contra de la familia.
Wilson Purves is a local immigration attorney with years of experience. He's had many clients seek asylum for a number of reasons.
Well, there are a lot of socioeconomic factors to consider, but typically many applicants decide to come here and seek help because they don't feel safe back home. When we're talking about safety issues, we're referring to organized crime, domestic violence, retaliation because of sexual orientation. There are many factors to consider whenever an applicant seeks help in the U.S.
It's been a long journey for Paola and her family.
Con esto se tapaba uno y se guardaba uno del frío.
Paola and Oscar want to be able to support themselves and their family, but Purves tells us getting a work permit could take some time.
Keep in mind that we need to file the asylum application first, await 180 days, and eventually file the work authorization, which could take also months for being adjudicated. Therefore, it may take up to a year or so for an applicant to actually have a work permit and his social security number after filing the asylum application.
Paola and Oscar want their kids to have the opportunity to reach their goals. Dylan is the oldest and plays soccer.
¿Qué es la primera cosa que les gustaría hacer acá, ya que están acá?
Estudiar.
His younger brother Felipe plays volleyball. He wants to continue that and learn English.
Terminar los estudios y estudiar inglés.
Samuel hopes to finish school and also wants to learn English. Through it all, Paola says some of the most important things for her have been keeping her family together and being in a safe place.
La salud y la tranquilidad no tiene precio.
They're now hoping to build a new life here.
We asked San Jose's Office of Racial Equity Director if there were housing resources available so families could seek them out. We are told not at this time, but they are working with the county to figure that out.
Leaders from the U.S. and China are blaming each other for a near crash between a Chinese military ship and a U.S. Navy destroyer, with China's defense minister accusing the U.S. of trying to destabilize the region. The U.S. Indo-Pacific Command says the near crash happened along the Taiwan Strait. The Navy ship was performing an exercise with a Canadian vessel, and that's when U.S. Command claims a Chinese ship came within 150 yards of the U.S. destroyer. This comes just days after U.S. officials said a Chinese fighter jet, quote, performed an unnecessarily aggressive maneuver near an Air Force plane over the South China Sea. President Biden intends to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping in the near future. That is after senior U.S. officials have a chance to meet with their Chinese counterparts in the coming months.
In India, government officials say the country's deadliest train crash in decades was caused by an electronic signal error that switched a high-speed passenger train onto the wrong track. That train smashed into a loaded freight train, sending some of the passenger train's cars onto yet another track where they were hit by an oncoming train. Officials now say at least 275 people died in that crash. The number revised downward slightly after it was found that some bodies had been counted twice.
Fire season will officially start tomorrow in Santa Rosa. The fire department there is declaring the start to the season to be able to enforce some weed abatement rules. Homeowners are urged to take proactive measures to reduce the fire risk on their property. And just today, there was a bit of a scare in the hills of Contra Costa County. The Highway Patrol and CAL FIRE are mopping up a grass fire along Kirker Pass Road outside of Concord. And this is time-lapse video from one of CAL FIRE's wildfire alert cameras. You can see how the smoke was growing along the road that connects Concord to Pittsburgh. The blaze burned about 5 acres. CAL FIRE says they have to be ready all year round.
The season's been here since day one because we don't do fire seasons no more. We do fire years. So every day is a new adventure, and just depends on the weather.
60 Minutes is next. We'll see you back here at 11.
Good night, everyone.